Hi there. I thought we'd come together today to talk about a deep mold and the Larimar. Have you ever had a Larimar that doesn't close in the center, or you get some cells, but you can't really see them at the bottom? So today I'm going to show you how I try to overcome that. So here's one that I think is gorgeous, but the cells are in the back for the center. I don't know if you can see that. So this is video A, and this is gonna be video B. So basically I did the same thing. They're same size molds. I brushed the edge with this rose gold green. I mixed up 7 ounces of Teexpert resin, the 1-to-1. Let me just show you the bottle so that you know which one I'm using. It's a lower viscosity resin. How I judge viscosities is how easy it is to mix together. The first thing I'm going to do actually is pour a little resin in the center of the mold. That's our starting base. And then I'm going to go to the cups. In the first cup, I'm going to pour about 2 ounces. I need extra white for this pour. And then in the other cups, I'm going to start with about 1 ounce each. And then I'm going to see, oh, it actually worked about perfect. All right, so this is our white, and these are our colors. All right, so for my colors today, the first one I'm going to use is this Liquitex Prism Violet. Anything purplish I love. So I'm going to do 5 drops. Give it a good mix up. I want this first color to be heavy and dark. That's what that looks like. Then I'm going to use Papaya from Octopus Fluids Resin Ink. You can use any resin ink you want. And I'm going to do 5 drops of this. I'm going with like an orangey theme here too. Purple and orange, my 2 favorite colors. Now this pour is going to require a little bit more planning. So this is a vivid red orange. And I'm going to just do 4 drops of it. I already have some orange, but I want a heavier orange. And by heavier, I mean color and weight, because the acrylic inks are heavier than resin inks. All right, so that looks really pretty. All right, so when I'm talking about planning is with this pour, once I get my colors in and do my second round of white, I can't pour too much into the center then. So I only have 1 color left for the push. So we're going to pour the bulk of our colors after the first white. Second white, we're only going to do 1 color. And that color is going to be the color that I want to choose my bits for. And I'm thinking it's going to be this copper bit, but I also pulled out a gold in case I need it, because I'm going to figure it out as I go along. I noticed there's a little piece of something in my mold that distracted me. Got it out. And let's spread it out a little bit. I still have a little bit of the mold that's not covered. I'm just going to go in. And this one has little divots, so I just give it a little shove so it goes in all the little holes, all the little nooks and crannies. All right, I'm going to use this for my white. All right, for my white, I'm using Octopus Fluids Resin Ink. You can really use any ink that would give you a Petri effect. Like you could use Pinata, Blanco Blanco, Let's Resin, Sinker, See Deeper. these types of products. I'm gonna do 8 drops. I probably could have gone with 10 right off the bat, but it's best to do less and then add more. You can't take it away once you add it. I think I might need 2 drops more. Take a look at this. It's still really pale. Actually, I'm going to do 3. I'm going to do 3 because I feel like I really need it to do something. I need a little more white. And then I'm going to stop because I always push my white too far, then it's too heavy. And it'll just fall. And you ever get those white-faced Larimars? Well, that's your resin, your white being too heavy, not heavy enough. Too heavy, and it falls down past your colors. Oh, do I like this one? I'm going with it. I'm not going to mess with it anymore. It's still pretty light. You see that? But it should work. I'm going to stop. All right, I'm going to stand up so I can pour in the center. The first one is my first round of white. Actually, a little bit more. I want to get it closer out to the sides. All right. Then we're going to do our rounds of color. And this color pushes it towards the edge. And remember, I'm trying to use the bulk of my color now. I'm going to throw all the purple in. I think I'll save this one for the end. I'm going to throw this orange in. Now we're going to pop in our white. The remainder of our white. My mold is almost full. And then I'm going to do my tiny, tiny push. About the size of a coin. All right, so that's done. Now I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, oh, what do I want my center to be? I might go dark purple. Let me pull those bits. And then hopefully it's purple on the other side. Sometimes I put bits in like I did for this one. I thought more color was going to show through. You can see some color in the back. So that gold, I wasn't extremely happy with it, but I might have done that a little high. Let's see if we can give it a little shot. No, we didn't make it in time, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Now, I'm going to wait about 10 minutes, then I'll come in, hit it with my torch. The reason I wait is I want the bubbles to move towards the center so that I'm not torching close to the edge of the mold and burning my mold to my resin. So we'll be back to see what it looks like. All right, we're back to see if we got a closed center with this Larimar pour. It looks pretty good. I can see some cells in there, but you never know how the other side's gonna look, right? Sometimes your white drops, sometimes things happen, and what you wanted won't come out perfect. But let's see. All right, it's the moment of truth. Oh, wow, this is lovely. Look at that. It's not a perfect closure, but it's good enough. You got white in there, so it's okay. You got the 2 rings. Super, super cool. I probably could have put more on the edge, more color on the edge when I painted it, but yeah, that's lovely.